the framing of the debate from the vantage point of the left and liberal discourse has always pitted secularism vis-a-vis Brahmanical system. So the assumption was that subaltern and secular are always one and the same. Now that itself could not have been problematic if we understand the notion of the secularism, because it also assumed that secularism has to be against invocation of religion in politics. Now in the case of religion in liberal and left framework, it is about the Hindus and Hindutva, and Hindus and Hindutva has to be by extension primarily Brahmanical, and therefore subalterns, OBCs, Dalits, tribals have to be on the side of the secular. Now this is an erroneous and mistaken assumption. Whether it was done deliberately or without realizing the core nature of Hinduism and Hindutva, one has to understand that the popular Hindu religiosity was never text-based Brahmanical religiosity. It was always folk religiosity. It was always the religiosity wherein a deep resonance was there among the OBCs, Dalits and the tribals. So what we can call folk or the subaltern religiosity, that was always the popular religiosity. So you start from the Bhakti movement to the kind of Hinduism that is celebrated in vast majority of Hindu society. Every caste have their own specific gods, deities, religiosity, their embeddedness. Now if you have a very reductionist textual reading of Hinduism in a Dumonian sense, Louis Dumonian sense, and you reduce Hinduism primarily to Brahmanism, then you are missing the real space and the resonance of Hinduism as such, the popular religiosity. So this was one mistake that the left and liberal framework did to the study of the core nature of Hinduism and Hindutva. What we witnessed that when Hindutva, which is the political interplay with the discourse of popular religiosity, it became the mobilizational plan. It did not follow a Brahmanical or a textual plan. It preferred a popular religiosity. And therefore subalterns, Dalits and OBCs automatically felt more related. Because if you look from the ideological frame, subaltern and Dalit needs to be secular. Why? Because ideologically Hinduism and Hindutva is Brahmanical. But if you go through the bottom up, that is everyday experience based frame, experience of the subalterns, then Hinduism and religiosity is about the popular religiosity, which doesn't believe in any binary called Brahmanical and non-Brahmanical. Popular is always embraced. Even a Brahmin priest or the Brahmins in village side embrace the popular Hinduism compared to the textual Hinduism. So there is a shared icons, experiences, and that is why when Hindutva is becoming the mobilizational plan, certainly it is embracing something which is popular religiosity, and therefore subalterns have to be the core of this. And automatically, because in democracy, if you have the numbers, if you constitute the significant numerical presence, and if your discourse is the part of the framing that Hindutva is offering for political mobilization, inclusivity, representation, and a new grammar of politics, certainly the Dalit religiosity is also going to be the core part of it. And that is why Dalits are indispensable to the discourse of Hindutva.